I'm Mike Quackenbush. This is Till We Make It, and today we're going over the 6 things I wish I knew when I was younger. I consume information and data voraciously, and I happen to think people who bring a similar attitude toward learning are awesome. And I want to help people be even more awesome at an earlier stage in their career than I ever was. Because early on in my salad days, I made tons and tons of mistakes. And here are 6 things that I wish I had learned at a much younger age. Number 1, if you cannot be trusted with the little things, no one is ever going to trust you with the big things. And here's what that means to me. If, on the day of an event, you are tasked with something you happen to believe is comparatively trivial in nature, like making sure every row of chairs has exactly 12 chairs in it, and you cannot be trusted to do that dependably, who in that organization would ever trust you with the enormous responsibility of performing in the main event? I know this sounds a bit cliche, but trust is never given. It must be earned. That applies in professional wrestling as well. It takes a long tenure of hard work to earn trust, and it takes only one mistake for it to be lost. So the first thing I wish I had learned when I was younger in my wrestling career was to take all of those small things that I was entrusted with and to do them to the very best of my ability so that I could demonstrate early on that I was reliable and responsible. Number 2. The second thing I wish I had learned much younger in my career is this: pro wrestling owes you nothing. Yes, you spent all this money on training and you sacrificed all this time and you missed that birthday and your significant other broke up with you because you're at training too often, and man, you know, all those things might be true, and still, pro wrestling owes you absolutely nothing. The idea that somewhere there's a cosmic ledger of debits and credits and somehow you're getting ahead and it's time for wrestling to pay up is a mistaken notion, my friends. Pro wrestling owes nothing to anyone ever. And you will find that sometimes you will put in and you will put in and you will put in and you don't necessarily get anything back right away. I have absolutely known people in the course of my career that invest and invest and invest of themselves into the world of professional wrestling, and they do so for years. And then they become so frustrated that they quit before there was even an opportunity that wrestling could give something back to them. But eventually, you can arrive at a point in your career where you do get out whatever it is that you put in. But even in those scenarios, it doesn't mean that wrestling owed it to you. Number 3. The third thing I wish I had learned younger in my wrestling career is this: every pro wrestling match is an experiment. And when the experiment is over, you need to look at the data and then refine it before the next experiment begins. And here's what that means to me. There aren't matches necessarily which succeed or fail. They're just getting me a little bit closer to my desired result. And I know what my desired result is, and you know what your desired result is for your wrestling matches. Do they satisfy you? Are you pleased with the way in which they turn out? And if you are not pleased, you need to look at the data the most recent experiment yielded and course correct so that the next experiment, the next match that you have, gets you even closer to the thing you are chasing. Number 4. Paying your dues is a journey with a destination you will never reach. I remember early on in my wrestling career, I couldn't wait to be one of those people that gets to turn around and say to the ensemble, "Oh, I've already paid my dues. I don't have to help you with that thing." And the reality is, you are never done paying your dues. It is part of being in the wrestling community. That process never ends. It's a journey with a destination you cannot reach. Number 5. The fifth thing I wish I knew when I was younger, I just didn't learn it soon enough. And once I did learn it, and it happened to be in the ring in the year 2000, it was a very painful lesson for me to learn. It is this: there is always someone who knows more than I do, and I need to seek that person out constantly. I'll tell you exactly what that means to me. No matter how much I might amass in terms of my knowledge of technical wrestling, there is always somebody who knows more about that than I do. And I need to go out there and try and find that person and learn from them. No matter how much I might know about the performative elements of professional wrestling, there is someone out there that understands the performance better than I do. And I need to always be on the lookout for that person so that I can learn from them. There might be somebody out there who is a better storyteller, a better director, a better producer, a better facilitator. Whatever that thing might be, I know somewhere in the world there's somebody better at it than I am, and I need to go and find them and sit underneath their learning tree if I want to always be getting better. Number 6. I don't know if this is the most important, but it feels like it might be. It's this. You are above no one. No matter what status or accolade professional wrestling might afford you, remember, you are above no one. And to treat someone as if they are somehow beneath you says not so much about them as it does about the way in which you carry yourself. Whether rookie or veteran, novice or mogul, all of us are united by our love for the same weird thing, professional wrestling. And even those among us who command the biggest stages or demand the biggest paychecks would do well to always remember, no one else is beneath you in professional wrestling. I think a fine example is one that we could take from a dude who once tried professional wrestling, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who by all accounts, no matter under what conditions you happen to meet him, is always friendly and personable to the people that he interacts with. And if the biggest star on the planet Earth, while I happen to be recording this anyway, can be that way on set to everyone around him, then I think the rest of us could probably do well to follow in his footsteps. And that makes me think, are you going to run for president? You should run for president, Dwayne Johnson. I would vote for The Rock. I hope that no matter where you're at in your journey as a professional wrestler, these 6 insights help give you a leg up. And to me, people that are never done learning or improving themselves are of the most awesome variety, which is why I can always say with confidence, you keep on being awesome. And I will keep on making the videos here together. We will keep on faking it. President Rock.